Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
A new book called An Ugly Truth Inside Facebook's Battle for Domination reveals more about the world's largest social media company, its challenges handling disinformation, how it deals with the US government, and how, no matter what the crisis, it manages to become wealthier. The book is written by two technology reporters at the New York Times, Shira Frenkel and Cecilia Kang, and is the result of over 400 interviews, which includes insights from existing and former Facebook employees. So here are some snippets from the book available on Google. Mark Zuckerberg's three greatest fears, according to a former senior Facebook executive, were that the site would be hacked, that his employees would be physically hurt, and that regulators would one day break up his social network. Sheryl Sandberg, the second most powerful person at Facebook, is described through others as someone acting the role of Typhoid Mary, bringing surveillance capitalism from Google to Facebook when she signed on as Mark Zuckerberg's number 2. Even back in 2015, Trump's content was putting Facebook in a bind. It was unprepared for a candidate like Trump, who was generating a massive following but also dividing many of its users and employees. Here are some of the key revelations from the book that global media has highlighted. CNN, citing the book, says security experts at Facebook had been alarmed by posts alleged extremists were making close to the 6th of January. The 6th of January, if you remember, was the day pro-Trump supporters stormed the US Capitol and tried to keep Joe Biden from replacing Donald Trump as the US president. The CNN article then quotes from the book that Facebook executives had floated getting Zuckerberg to call Trump to find out what the president would say at his 6th of January rally. They ultimately decided against the move out of concern that the conversation would likely leak to the press. It could make Facebook complicit in whatever Trump did that day. News site Axios notes how the book talks about Facebook knowing there was some Russian meddling on Facebook during the 2016 US presidential election that Donald Trump won. The Facebook security team had first noticed Russian activity on their platform in March 2016, but Facebook's CEO Mark Zuckerberg and COO Sheryl Sandberg had been informed about it only 9 months later. Axios, citing the book, says the Facebook security team had uncovered information that no one, including the US government, had previously known. There are many such revelations, and Facebook is not too happy with the book. The CNN article mentioned above has a response from Facebook to say there have been 367 books published on Facebook, each claiming novel insight into how we operate. It seems this one is not only a rehash of history, but relies on anecdotes supplied by mostly unnamed critics. The Axios article talking about Facebook discovering Russian meddling has a Facebook response. In 2016, we and those in the government and media did not fully recognize the nature and scope of foreign interference in our, meaning US elections. Since 2017, we have removed over 150 covert influence operations originating in more than 50 counties, and a dedicated investigative team continues to vigilantly protect democracy on our platform, both here and abroad. The Print emailed Facebook for comment about the book but received no reply till the publishing of this report. Washington Post, reviewing the book, draws on another insight from it about how Facebook has possibly irreconcilable goals. One goal is to make the world a better place by connecting more and more people. The other goal is trying to profit from making people more connected. This is because the same Facebook features like the news feed, Facebook messaging, or Facebook groups that keep us connected to friends can also be used by others to spread disinformation and even organize riots. As the Washington Post review of the book says, at the close of the Trump era, Facebook was found to be one of the platforms that rioters used to organize their January 6th insurrection at the Capitol. However, as long as people are using Facebook for whatever their purpose is, Facebook will keep making money. This becomes clear as Facebook continues to be successful and grow in wealth despite facing challenges with grave implications. The Washington Post review says even after the Cambridge Analytica data misusing scandal earned Facebook a $5 billion fine, the company's stock rose. Recently, Facebook's market capitalization crossed $1 trillion for the first time. This happened on the same day a US federal judge dismissed antitrust lawsuits brought against Facebook by the US Federal Trade Commission and 48 US state attorneys general, alleging Facebook was a powerful monopoly. To weather crises that Facebook may face, one simple yet effective strategy has also helped: saying sorry. Showcasing this, the back cover of the book lists some apologies the company's top bosses have issued over the years. For The Print, this is Regina Mihindukula-Surya. Do not forget to subscribe to The Print's YouTube channel, and as always, keep tabs on us across all forms of social media.